This reminds you of what? Of Boeing, okay? That's why Boeing hasn't been taken out to the woodshed, because it's a duopoly. That's what Intel's going to be with Taiwan Semiconductor. Taiwan has taken U.S. chip business, one factor that led to a sharp subsequent decline in chip stocks, though Intel stocks escaped that session unscathed, demonstrating how investors view the company as the one that could benefit if nationalism comes to play more of a role in the industry. Intel's conundrum parallels to that of Boeing, another domestic titan besieged by execution issues that have pressured financials. But while Boeing isn't a major financial institution like a too big to fail banks, the company operates as the domestic half of a duopoly with Airbus, and it occupies a key position in the defense and aerospace markets. Boeing is an iconic business and major employer, and the US government likely has a vested interest in its success, as well as Intel's. Intel's plan is to grow first and to shrink. Intel's plan to grow first to shrink with layoffs, reorganization, and suspension of its shareholder dividend. Yet the news from Intel's second quarter earnings report on Thursday wasn't all bad. Pat Gelsinger continued to reiterate the company's ambitious plans for 5 nodes in 4 years to enable its foundry business for both internal and external customers to catch up to Taiwan Semiconductor manufacturing is still on track and executing as planned. That means the critical 18A process node will indeed power some of Intel's most important products over the next 2 years. The ability for Intel to be a key competitor in the foundry space remains the primary focus of the company's leadership. Intel has shipped more than 15 million of its first AI PC chips, codenamed Meteor Lake, and is confident will have 40 million units shipped by the end of 2024. That's a huge milestone and dwarfs what AMD or Qualcomm could hope to do in the same time frame. So that's that. Let's cover here. There's so much to cover. You really, if you are thinking about owning it or already own it, you really need to read through these parts that I highlighted. We'll be here for 5 hours because it took me 5 hours to do. Okay, as it relates to fourth quarter, with an expectation of healthier inventory positions exiting the quarter and continuation of enterprise refresh cycle, we should see revenue growth at the high end of seasonal in the fourth quarter. So this is a short-term blip until they get the new products, and a seasonal blip as it relates to the next quarter that you just have to kind of see through in the short term. Mobileye revenue. So some of their non-controlling businesses weren't doing well. Mobileye, although it improved and they expected to get better, their Altera was a train wreck.